up? Welcome back. Today we're going for a test drive on a 1979 Pontiac Firebird. This one here has the believed to be 301 4.9 up under the hood. Looks like the AC compressor's there. We'll be trying it out. It does have power steering. It has power brakes. What I like to do is take them down the road, point out the flaws. That way you know exactly what you're getting. We do this with every car. If you're new to the channel, hit subscribe, share, hit like. That helps me out quite a bit, and I do appreciate that. I'll keep making these honest description videos for you. Go to maplemotors.com. I have financing, I have shipping, I have 100 detailed pictures, and every Monday we put about 10 cars on. Monday is our update day. Of course, if you're watching on, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, that's all of our social medias. I want you to hit subscribe on all those and go back to maplemotors.com. That's our main page. For now, it's about that time. Let's go for a ride. Before we take off, let's look around the interior and check everything out. First things first, place your bets. Do you think the horn works? Game we like to play on the channel. Just kind of testing things out in the car. Coming across the dash, it's got a big old crack right there. Looking around the interior, it actually looks pretty good. It says paperwork for the Pontiac. Got a big booklet of that. Owner's manual's in there. Looking around the back seat, doesn't look too bad. Package straight, nice and clean. Door panels and stuff, they got a little bit of fading to them. I think the worst thing on this car is the headliner needs to be redone. You can see where they stapled it and it just come all through. The headliner on this one's gone. Needs a new one. Console, it's got a crack right here. Armrest looks nice and clean. Turn the key. Starts up pretty good. I want to try the AC now. I heard the compressor kick on. Yep, compressor is kicking on. Blower motor though, there it goes. As of right now, it feels pretty darn cold coming out of there. So I believe the AC is working. Radio, jamming, turn signals. Popping up on the dash there. Not popping up on the right side. The bulb very well could be out. Gas gauge is about quarter tank and it's showing 60,000 miles. Hard to stand behind mileage in a 1979, but very well could be the original. Wipers, they want to work so bad, they may be hung up on the hood. I'm going to turn it on and yank up on them. No, wipers are not hooked up right, so they're not working. It could be the switch. Column looks good. Okay, we've looked all the way around it. What about that horn? Did you place your bet? Works really good. Very sensitive. All right, let's hit the road, see how she runs and drives. Reaching way back here to get my seat belt. Missing the attachment right there that goes on your seat to keep it out of your face. That's all right. Click. There we go. Okay, so now we're going to take off. Anything that I see, I will let you know. That's exactly why I do these videos. Just going down the road here. This one here is pretty cold natured. When you first started up, of course it was 39 this morning, it's 46 now. When you first started up, you got to stay in it and kind of help it warm up. The choke's not set up right. It needs to be. All right, let's hit the road, see how she goes. So as we're pulling out, speedometer's coming up on the dash, seems to be pretty good. This thing's going straight as an arrow down the road. It's not pulling left or right. Steering's nice and tight. Kick down hooked up, it's pulling strong right now. Let's hit the brakes. Brakes are not pulling left or right, and they feel good. So far, so good. Definitely want to stop and get some fuel. Make sure we don't run out, because we're right below quarter tank. And you don't know how accurate these gauges are. The transport trucks want them to be down below a quarter tank before they load them. That way gas isn't spilling all over the cars that they're transporting. But that makes a lot of sense, you know, all these years I've been doing this. Every car that I get in has to have gas put in. It's actually pretty clean in here. Door panels and stuff are really nice. I'm not 100% sure what the zip tie was on there for. One is a little bit stiff there, about halfway. Need to have two hands and roll it up. Once it gets past that halfway mark, it goes up pretty smooth. I think it may need to be greased. Okay, so I will be checking the gas gauge. Go ahead and place your bets on that too. We'll start doing that as a game. It's at quarter tank. It is floating around. Will the gauge actually work? We'll find out here in a minute. I think we'll get up around half a tank. Okay. Idle's a little bit high in park. I think it's going to be something to do with the carburetor and the choke. Choke must be messed up on this one. All right, let's get some fuel. Appreciate that. All right, I got about $20 worth of fuel in this ride. So what do you think? You think the gauge is working? I think it is. Put it in back here for those that don't know. And I guess I ought to put my magnet tag back over that so we can see the tail lights. Let's jump off in here. Get the keys out of my pocket and start her up. Gas gauge? Oh yeah, it's on the way up. It's almost half a tank now. So that gas gauge is working. It was below a quarter tank, now it's over half. Let's roll out. Okay, got y'all in the driver's seat here. Hopefully I don't make you too sick. I know a lot of y'all like this first person view from the behind the steering wheel, so I try to keep doing it throughout the videos, but I do get some comments every once in a while saying I'm making people motion sick. We're not going to do that here, are we? Just got to keep my head straight, I guess. So far so good on this one. I think the only thing that I noticed is the idle being a little bit high, and I think the carburetor just needs to be adjusted out where the choke's not engaging. All right, slow down a little bit. Give her a punch. Of course, this one's just a cruiser. She's got decent power though. I think overall, running and driving, this thing's nice and smooth. The steering's tight, the brakes feel good. Kick down's hooked up, she's got plenty of power. And the suspension's nice and smooth. Okay, we got her down in the low gear here. One more stretch here. Guys, I think it's so far so good on this one. Everything's nice and smooth. It is what I expected. It does have a few chips and scratches, so stick around to the end, because what we're going to do is pick out the flaws. The picking out the flaws segment is very important to the videos. That way you know everything about these rides. We're gonna cruise back to the lot. First, if you need a car customized, a lot of people are buying cars from us and bringing them down here. This is Brian's Motorsports. He does car customization. He has wheels, tires, parts, accessories, lift kits, anything you can think of, he can do it. He also does the interiors, vinyl wraps. He's getting into a little bit of everything as long as it's car related. You can hit him up. That's briansmotorsports.com. Check them out here on YouTube too. They've got a few videos out of them doing their thing. So we're heading right back to the lot. It's literally walking distance from Brian's. You also got a pawn shop and a rooster and the pub. You can come down here and have a beer, all the local stuff. I'm gonna pull back in the lot. We're gonna go ahead and do picking out the flaws segment of this video. So stick around, I'll see you here in a minute. It's that time again. Picking out the flaws. We'll be looking for chips, scratches, rust, anything I can find. I'm gonna go around the lower portions first, come back to midsection, then we'll end on the top. After that, we'll open it up, look at the interior, start the motor. Look at the detailed pictures at maplemotors.com, and let's get started. Try to work with the shadow here. Okay. Down the lower portion. On the driver's side, you got a little chip here. Coming up and over the fender. Got a little ding right there on the trim. Some of this trim right here is dry. Down this lower portion. Edges of the door there is chipped up. Got a chip right there as well. And on top here. And down this lower portion. You do got some minor paint flaws like the overspray there. Of course, all that stuff I'm just showing in the video. I'm not pointing a finger at all of it. See the crack there. Get a little bubble back here. Up and over. There's a ding in the trim. Looks like you got some lines in the paint or it's oxidized. And chips in the back. Like cracks in the bumper. Older paint job. Coming back to midsection here. Got some chips there. You got some cracks going on the top portion of the door. Got some chips on your mirror. Back over the top of the fender. See some cracks in the bumper. It's a little bit off there. Get over the front windshield. It's in good shape. Pretty clean, at least on this side. Coming up the pillar. Trim. Roof. So far so good until right here. Then you got a crack again in the paint. Coming around the back. Trim looks great. Back window in good shape. Of course, the fender in the back looks good. Tail lights are not too bad. Spot there. Light cracks in the bumper, in the corner there, and on top. While we're in the back, let's go ahead and check the trunk out. The seal looks pretty good. Not too bad. Oh, we got some dirt in there. There is moisture in the trunk. The trunk is leaking on this one. Could be the seal in the back window. A lot of times it is. As you can see, there's water in here. We're gonna have to go get the shop vac out and suck it up. I don't prep these for the videos. I just show you what I find. That way you know. So you know the trunk leaks on this one. Probably does need a back window seal. We do this so the videos are honest, guys. I could easily open it up before and wipe it out, but I don't. Okay. But, I mean, as far as solid, it looks pretty solid. It's got some moisture in there. So we'll get that out when we get back to the lot. Looking around the trunk jams, you can see where it's been fixed right there on the edge. Coming down this side. Coming down with the trunk lid. Shuts nice and easy. And it's locked. Pretty good shape. Okay, now let's go down this side, lower portion, midsection, end on the top. Got some chips back here, picked up from the road, probably that tire. Throwing them in here, your trim's got some scratches on it where it's not perfect. Little dings here and there. Like scratches and scuffs on the door. And chips up here on this fender on the lower portion from that tire there. You see them. Got a crack right here. scratch. Get the paint runs on the front. Chip on the nose. Chip up here. Trim missing around the light. Some dirt on the fenders. This kind of stuff I'm going over because it's a little dirt. Edge of your door there's got some chips. And your mirror's got some chips. Looking over the front windshield here. Looks pretty good, but there is a one little chip right there in the middle. The rock must have jumped up and grabbed it. There's a ding in the door right there. A little small. Right here. Got a ding right here in the door. There's a ding right there. And in the back. Light scratches right here on the windshield. Got a chip on your pillar. And looking over the roof, not too bad. I think now we just run to the front bumper. Let's look at it. Coming up on the front bumper, it looks like we got moisture in our headlight. You got chips and some spots that have indentions in them. And like cracks right here. Also in the nose. And chips in the grill down there. Okay, made it around this ride. Let's look at the inside. We'll get her started up, listen to the motor. Opens up nice and easy. Door panel on this one's in really good shape. You can see up here in the front, a little scrunched up. Weather stripping looks pretty good. Weather stripping actually looks pretty good. It's been replaced. The seat in this one's in great shape. The carpet's been replaced. A little wrinkly here in the corner. Carpet in this thing looks great. In your back seat. Headliner is basically the main thing in the interior that needs to be changed out. It would help out a lot, make it look a lot better. And a cover for your light. Okay. Idle's set just a little bit high. Pretty quiet motor. underneath the hood, the insulation's a little beat up. But the edges of your hood are good. Let's come on down with the hood here. I'm barely pushing it, it's dropping good. And there she is shut. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit subscribe, share, hit like. That helps me out quite a bit. You can join us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, or Snapchat as well. Of course, here on YouTube, you get the full test drive video, 25 to 30 minutes long. It's probably the most interactive thing we have going here at Maple Motors as far as describing the cars, honestly. But if you go to my main website, which shows all the cars currently listed every day that's still available, which is maplemotors.com, you can get financing, you can get shipping, 100 detailed pictures, and all of our inventory listed every Monday with new cars. I do appreciate you watching, and I hope to hear from you. Thanks for watching, guys. See you later.